Welcome to this explainer. All right, today we're taking a deep dive into something I think we've all suffered through at least once, the architecture of corporate education. You know the drill, right? You're sitting there blindly clicking next over and over on some 90-minute PDF compliance module, just praying for it to end. Well, you are absolutely not alone in feeling that way. Today, we are completely deconstructing exactly what it takes to modernize your internal business training ecosystems and actually bring them into the present day.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've got an urgent, literally capitalized mandate to tackle here. It screams, transform how your organization trains, modernize your business training. I mean, wow. This isn't just a gentle little tap on the shoulder for HR. It is a massive, structural imperative for literally any forward-thinking enterprise. It's telling us loud and clear that the old ways of just checking off a box for annual employee compliance, yeah, those days are over. We have to fundamentally rethink the entire training ecosystem from the ground up.
So to figure out how we actually achieve that modernization, we're going to follow a distinct blueprint. We'll be looking at 4 key areas today: the mandate to modernize, expanding the training scope, the tech infrastructure, and lastly, balancing AI and humanity. Let's kick things off with Section 1, the mandate to modernize. Here's the truth. A modern enterprise platform simply cannot just be a digital dumping ground for old files. If we're taking education seriously, it absolutely has to be about providing education with purpose, modernity, and humanity. Think about your own internal training programs for a quick second. Are you really just hosting dusty old slide decks, or are you educating your workforce with actual, genuine purpose? Making that mental shift, that is step 1 of the whole blueprint.
Moving right along to Section 2, expanding the training scope.
A truly modern ecosystem relies heavily on 3 distinct pillars that businesses absolutely have to address. We're talking compliance, employee training, and partner training. Now, you might be wondering, why must a business tackle all 3 of these totally different areas at once? Well, think about it. Can a company genuinely scale if its own employees are highly skilled, but its external partners are completely in the dark about its products? No way. Or what if your partner training is absolutely fantastic, but your internal compliance is totally falling apart, creating this massive legal risk? A modernized program has to tackle the whole shebang, comprehensively. We can actually break this broad scope down into an internal versus an external focus. On the internal side of things, you have the absolute necessities: compliance and employee training. This is all about legally protecting the business and upskilling your direct workforce. But then, on the external side, you have partner training. Modern internal training ecosystems actually extend way beyond just your internal team. You have to ensure your entire external partner network is fully up to speed on your products and standards. So the sheer scope of what we even consider corporate education today has broadened significantly.
All right, let's look under the hood with Section 3, the tech infrastructure. To actually pull this massive undertaking off, you need a unified digital infrastructure. Let's break that down. Under the umbrella of access and delivery, you absolutely need a mobile app, a flexible site builder, and a hyper-focus on the student experience. This makes sure your workforce can actually access their training wherever they happen to be. Then, on the back end, under intelligence and admin, you need the real horsepower. We're talking AI features, deep analytics and reporting, and seamless integrations with your existing corporate tools. You literally need both of these halves working in perfect harmony to modernize successfully.
But listen, having a massive laundry list of powerful features just isn't enough on its own. You have to have a sleek, intuitive interface. Every single one of those back-end features, from the most complex data integrations to granular analytics, they all must be bound together by a seamless, super user-friendly front end. Because let's be totally honest here, if the actual student experience is clunky or just frustrating to navigate, your employees simply are not going to engage. It doesn't matter how brilliant or life-changing the course content might be. Which brings us to our final point, Section 4, balancing AI and humanity. Right now, there is a massive industry-wide push toward automation in corporate training, but it's crucial to position AI specifically as a time-saving partner, directly contrasted with the absolute necessity of human-led learning. These 2 concepts have to be blended. They are definitely not mutually exclusive. The idea is to let AI handle the heavy administrative lifting. Let it do the back-end analytics, the course structuring, all those repetitive tasks. That way, the actual teaching, the real connection, remains profoundly human-led. So why is fiercely protecting that human element so absolutely critical in a business context? Well, here are the direct results of prioritizing human-led learning. It drives student trust, it fosters genuine connection, and it delivers actual, tangible results at a global scale. While artificial intelligence is amazing and can save your managers countless hours of busy work, it is the human connection that actually drives employee trust across an organization. Your team wants to learn from experts and peers they actually trust, not just a faceless text generator, right?
Ultimately, this is the entire goal of modernizing your training ecosystem. You are moving so far beyond simple, rote information delivery to create transformative education rooted in real-world experience. When you combine a sleek technical infrastructure, a broad training scope covering both internal employees and external partners, and that super delicate balance of AI efficiency with deep human connection, well, you transform the corporate learning environment entirely. It's a real game changer.
I want to leave you today with this incredibly provocative question. In a world where anyone can ask AI for information, how will you educate with purpose? As you take a hard look at your own internal business training programs right now, remember that simply providing facts just isn't going to cut it anymore. Anyone on your team can just ask a chatbot. Success is entirely about designing a learning ecosystem that builds real trust, leverages modern tech infrastructure, and truly empowers your workforce through authentic human connection. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope these structural lessons help you completely rethink how your organization learns, trains, and grows. Catch you next time.